a great many people sold out their loyalty for material things. Material things that I gave up for honor. To do the right thing, because it's the right thing to do. There's a lot of people pissed off at me, and I agree with their reasoning for being pissed off at me for a good portion of them. However, I also agree with my reasoning for being pissed off. My fight isn't for my rights, it's for ours. Every step of the way, I've been trying to make the police take a report. Go to the jails, ask them people that were in there with me, they'll tell you. During the day, I was a nuisance because I was trying to get the police to take my goddamn report. At night, they got no sleep because I was trying to get the police to take my goddamn report. I gave up everything that I had to be closer to my friends and to help to keep them safe. And I've been saying for years that I stand up for their rights because I don't have kids. So I'm allowed to do things and able to do things that these parents are not. However, saying it is not good enough. Proving it is more important, to show you the truth. Even if it pisses people off. A lot of people lied to me. A lot of people went out of their way to twist the truth into something that it's not. Your truth is more important than the whole truth. The things that I went through, you get a tiny taste of, and you go fucking apeshit. So I was in Chapel, Nebraska. Lucky me, I woke up this morning to Officer Hahn. Some church folks called me in for sleeping in Chapel, Nebraska. I got lucky and they did not run my ID. I decided not to chance it. I was able to get some stuff done in Chapel. Mary had nothing good to say about the police. Gary had nothing good to say about the police. Rory had nothing to say good about the police. Found out that Miss Laura is going through the same issues with the, she's having a lot of the same issues that I am. Rory, he's pissed off. He's been trying to make a report to the police about his own issues, and they outright refused. And he's trying to get a civil suit going against him. Problem is that nobody will take his goddamn report. You know how I went through the list of all those places that are supposed to help, who are supposed to do something, who are supposed to give a shit about your rights? Yeah. Rory's going through that too. Miss Laura's having some issues as well. There's at least 6 people in Chapel, Nebraska trying to bring suits against, or bring charges against the Chapel Police Department, Dual County Sheriff's Department, for refusing to take reports. When I say that this is happening to a lot of people, I mean it. The police didn't just refuse to do their jobs with me. They refused to do their jobs with the Jetsons. They refused to do their job with the Nelsons. They just outright refused to do their job but collect a goddamn paycheck. Meanwhile, we have assumed guilt if you're homeless, and you never get an honest day in court. They can charge you with whatever they want. They can get away with doing whatever they want to you because they know that you don't have the money for a civil lawyer. So they can break the law all they want because you can't bring criminal charges against these officers without these officers' permission or their friends' permission. I got the words of more than one police officer that verify this. I also saved the words of Brent Jepson, who I talked to yesterday morning. He quit being a police officer. I wonder why. Probably because he's a decent excuse for a human being. I was thinking about turning myself into Mike Jepson. But some people who previously fucked me over said that they want to help. I want to believe them. Despite our history. Because given our history, I should not believe them. I should believe that they'll fold at the last minute or stab me in the back. Based on our history together. So why am I willing to take that risk? Well, because killing time is still killing. If somebody is spending their time behind bars for things that they didn't do, or things that they were forced to do to protect their friends and family, to protect their loved ones, then every moment behind bars is a moment that they're dead. They don't get to experience life. A lot of people keep telling me, Sean, you're negative all the goddamn time. Yeah, I don't get to see my loved ones. And I get to hear this from little cheapskates and cheese graters. I understand that for a woman being lonely, it's acceptable. It's acceptable for a woman to lie. It's acceptable for a woman to be dishonest so long as she is protecting her mate. Whether her mate is right or wrong makes absolutely no difference. But the fact is, if you're choosing penis over loyalty, you've chosen wrong. And you're the exact reason why we have the society that we do today. It's not men that I see rewarding these predators. It's women. I see how women treat good men and how they treat shitty men. There are very few women out there who are interested in a decent man. There are a lot of you who want that tattooed dude who gets drunk every night and beats you. Because he comes across as dominant. If he'll beat you up, then obviously he's assertive and he'll protect you. The fact that your brains are wired that way is fucked. But your brains are wired that way because our society in specific teaches it. And then, when a man asks you out, see, that's what it all comes down to. It's supposed to be a man's responsibility to ask you out, correct? But whose responsibility is it to say yes or no? That's your decision as a woman. So, according to what our society expects, a woman makes the decision. A woman makes the decision on who she dates. If the last 7 guys that you dated were assholes, well then maybe those 7 assholes aren't a problem. It's the fact that you say yes to assholes. I've seen a lot of women change their dating habits. Go from dating assholes to dating decent men. In nearly every single one of those cases, it's because she was already pregnant. I know a lot of guys who raised children that were not theirs. Quite a few of them who didn't find out that the kid wasn't theirs till they were 18. I know men who raised children that were not theirs, while the woman who had the child was not there to be a part of those children's lives either. What the police didn't just put me at risk, it put anybody who defended me at risk. And a lot of those people got to carry on with their lives, I'm thankful. A lot of those people did not. A lot of people still have repercussions. And they blame me because they stuck up for me. They blame me because they're angry, because there are consequences. Which is why I speak out. Of course there are fucking consequences for standing up. That's why people fold. And a lot of people folded. Now there's some people that ended up getting fucked because they showed up at the wrong goddamn time. Alyssa Rainwater and her mother. If they'd come through just a little bit earlier, it would have made a difference. There's a lot of stuff that they want to throw in my face that didn't make any difference because of police action. Now they want to throw it in my face that they tried to help. Like Mandy Hughes, she's throwing it in my face that she sent money to put minutes on my phone. Now here's the problem, is that money never made it to my phone. Being able to communicate with people, which is one of the best ways that they keep you from defending yourself when you're locked up. If you don't have the money for the phone, you're fucked. You can't talk to your loved ones. You can't communicate with anybody who can help you. Mandy's money never made it. For weeks and weeks, I called to try to find out what was going on. So did Mandy. See, that's the thing, is that I was cut off repeatedly from being able to communicate with people, from being able to see my loved ones. Facebook doesn't tell them I'm on Facebook bans. Facebook doesn't care. So they don't know. There's a lot of people who threw me away because I was on a Facebook ban and didn't communicate with them fast enough. Some of them typed some real mean, nasty notes about that. People don't want their names out there. Well, here's the thing. At least I told the truth. When it comes to Mandy Hughes and Alyssa Rainwater, yeah, they got pretty well fucked. But I got pretty well fucked too. These people want to be pissed off because I exposed the situation and the truth and what was going on. I have to defend my loved ones, even the ones that hate me. Just because you're a fucking coward doesn't mean I have to be. And you goddamn right I'm scared shitless. I saw all this coming. I've seen this happen to many people before it happened to me. Although that's not entirely true. This shit happened to me as a child. Just not as bad. Not as terrible. This is what happens when you have no family in your corner. And then you got people that say, I'm family, I'm family, I'm family. And then when it comes to doing things the family does, they don't do those things. They don't care. They use the fact that they have a real family as their excuse for not keeping their word. So don't call me family. I've said that I don't know how many times. There's a big difference between having a legitimate issue and using your family as an excuse because you're a fucking coward. Graham uses somebody else's family as an excuse because he's a fucking coward. I'm not going to feel bad. I won't. If you're too much of a fucking coward to come forward, keep in mind I'm not. I came forward about Josh before you ever did. I came forward about Josh before you ever did, Tabby. Before you ever did, Graham. Why? Because I'm fucking smarter than you, you dumb shit.